First off, I want to give a big thank you and a big I love you to Tim, Polasek, and the seniors on the football team. I know time and effort that it goes into being a Bison athlete and a Bison coach. I just, I really feel for those guys. They know sun's going to come up tomorrow and everybody's going to be okay and all those things. But especially those seniors, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in there. And I know it's going to hurt. It should hurt, right? When you put that much time and effort into something like that. But I'm proud of Tim and the way he does things. And I love those guys. And they're all going to continue to be great in everything they do. So from our sake, a better version of Dave Richman, I'm ecstatic that we found a way. We weren't our best version of ourselves, and let's give credit where credit's due. I thought Northern Arizona had something to do with that. They came in here as a physical, scrappy group, made it ugly to their credit. I mean that as a compliment. But we found a way. I thought our defense was elite in the first half. We got enough stops in the second half. Excited that we're winning, excited that we're 7-3, but even more excited that there's a lot better version of us out there. So,
Coach, I think you opened the game 0 of 8 from the field. What did it take to settle in a little bit?
Yeah, I just, we talked about showing up, and I've heard this, human nature tells you we had won 6 out of 7. Where would we be? And I think we got popped a little bit, and it takes you a minute to settle in. I thought TC was a great. Trevian was a great example of that. I didn't love his energy right away. He kind of got popped, and he responded like you'd expect a winner too, and that gave us some energy. I thought, but probably the biggest thing that I was proud of is just how we hung together defensively, and that really kept us in the game and kept us around, in particular in the first half.
His ability to go and rebound, did that jump off the tape when you saw him in person?
No, I mean, I'll give Josh Jones all the credit. When I saw him, he was kind of tough or banged up with an ankle, and so you didn't see some of that. But it goes back to the Midwest recruiting, where we knew enough people around the situation, had some relationships where you could identify some things. And I think at the end of the day, just fact check it. The kid won state championships. The kid took teams to the junior college national tournament. He wins, and I want every kid that's listening to this to hear, everybody goes right to the points. Well, that's just one category. His value is immense rebounding. His value is immense defensively. He had careless a little bit with the turnovers, but he impacts winning on both ends of the floor.
Markhi, probably not his most efficient night, but came up, pretty clutch with that and one on the air.
Yeah, how about the 0 for 2 in the free throw line? Did you bring that up to him? Oh. No, that's Tamari, and I think – tonight was good for Damari because he's been scoring. He's had, I think 4 20-point games and doing those things. But we're also now, I believe, 10 games into the season. And analytics are out there, numbers are out there, and you start to have a little bit of more of a pulse when you're scouting. And teams are going to do some things to take him away. That's okay. He's just got to identify those things earlier in the game and then get others involved.
You're 10 games in. You have a good grasp on where this basketball team is. I know you love them.
I love them. I'm really excited about them. I still think there's some, Emil Skuta is coming off, he's getting closer and closer to be healthy. I think Max Marley can give us some things. You've seen Riley Massey get into the lineup a couple times too. I love them, but I love them so much. I'm going to tough love them Monday morning, and we're going to continue to get better.
I know. You're at with your bigs right now. I mean, it's kind of close to a split between Noah and Trayson, especially Trayson. What have you seen just in the last 2 games?
Yeah, Trayson always confuses me because I just maybe didn't love a couple things. Maybe it was defensively, and then I looked down and he's got 8 and 8 in almost 17 minutes, and he was dynamite for us at Montana, and just trying to get some consistency for those things. I think as a staff, myself, Luke, we need to maybe evaluate some things. Are we putting them in the right spots, offensively, where they can be successful, where we can be successful? And that's the exciting part about it, is we were able to get a win and still better out there for us. Thank you. Go ahead, Sam.
How much of these guys bought into the defensive identity this year, switching up from last year?
Well, I think it's pretty evident out there, right? And in particular in that second half, and that's old crusty Dave, right? Like I know Derek Dinger's going to give me a hard time, but I love defense. You got to get stops. That's what wins games when you don't shoot the basketball very well, and we didn't shoot it very well tonight. But 42 rebounds, 17 offensive rebounds, plus 9 on the glass. We hold them to 30% from three and 40% from the line. Like I love where our defensive numbers are at right now.
Trevian, tell me about the last stretch here. What's gone on with this team? You won 7 of 8 after the 0-2 start. Has anything changed, or what's come together?
I think everybody's getting more confident, and we're trusting each other more, and everybody's fitting to their roles. So, and just being every day, being intentional in everything we do. So, yeah.
Your intensity going under the basket, you have no fear of going out there and grabbing rebounds. Has that always been part of your game?
Yeah, honestly, it has. I mean, it was just instilled in me when I was little, just play hard and do the little things.
Markhi, can you just describe that last defensive sequence there? Like 0.8, 9 seconds, whatever on the clock. Just what were you was the scheme there?
Shout out Spence, because he knew exactly what they were going to run, and we knew it was going to go to the player it was going to go to, so we just executed it. And we really just didn't want to give anything up. We didn't want to switch anything to stay with your man, and we did that. So,
Markhi, how frustrating is it to start the game the way you guys did with no points? How is it to keep for the first 7 minutes to not get frustrated there, I guess?
we were frustrated, but we all knew in the huddle when we went into media that, like, we were messing up and we were going to come up. Like, we just knew that we just weren't playing like ourselves, and we knew that we'll wake up at one point, and then from there it just went up.
Did you have a mindset shift? I mean, 14 of your 16 were in the second half. Did you just kind of tell yourself, like, I need to go to the basket a little more here?
Yeah, I thought I was playing like some trash, so I was like, let me just lock in so Coach can't get on me, and then.
Anything more for these two?